The Basic Education Department commending the matric class of 2022 for defying the odds to achieve an 80.1% pass rate. Now, this cohort faced numerous challenges. These include COVID-19 and in their grade 10 year, and included in there the whole issue of load shedding, which really came on in the year 2021, and of course 2022 much more severe. Our reporters are on the ground and getting reaction on the back of that announcement by the Basic Education Minister Linda Mnisi in Katlehong, Refiloe Seboko in Mahikeng, that's in the Northwest Province, and Karinda Jagmohan in KZN, Durban to be specific. Let's start with you, Linda. You are at the Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization. Now, they've achieved a 99% pass rate in the schools of specialization here in Gauteng. What a massive, massive feat. What has been the reaction in that community?
Well, a lot of excitement, Oli, coming from the school. Quite proud of the outcomes of those matric results. A 99% pass rate, really showing that a school such as this one of specialization really can produce results. In fact, we're told that it's one of the best performing schools in the region, but also topping all schools of specializations in the province. So you can imagine, how proud they're feeling at the moment. But I'm joined now by one of the top achieving students. She achieved 6 distinctions. This is Mbali Baloyi. Mbali, thank you so much for your time. Quite excited, I can imagine. Talk to us about how you were feeling yesterday prior to receiving your results.
I didn't sleep, but to be honest, so the feeling was, it was mixed emotions, it was too much, but I'm proud of myself. I don't want to lie, I'm proud of myself.
Proud of yourself. The minister yesterday spoke about the challenges that you guys face from your grade 10 year, COVID-19, and then the electricity issues, as well as service delivery. You're coming from a township school. This is in Katlehong. Talk to us about the kind of year that you had in your matric year.
It was tough, I don't want to lie, but because I have supportive friends, and I also had a center that supported me, Katlehong Center that supported me with maths and physics, so I could focus on my studies with life sciences during the week. So yeah, it really, really helped me.
And because you've achieved 6 distinctions, I'm sure a lot of universities want you. What are you going to study next year?
Computer science at Wits.
Computer science at Wits. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your time. That's Mbali Baloyi talking to us about her massive, massive achievement, talking about the support that she received. But you'll remember in Gauteng, this is a 1.6% increase. 84.4% is what they achieved in the 2022 year. I'm joined now by Steve Mabona, Gauteng Education spokesperson. Steve, a school of specialization in the township, topping all schools in the area, topping all schools of specialization. You often speak about changing education and the change you want to see in the township. Is this it?
Yes, definitely. This is our flagship school, schools of specializations. We pride ourselves, with them. We actually want all our schools, ideally, to specialize in something. That's why we'll continue to launch the schools of specialization. Our target is 35. But I think we're going places because this performance is encouraging us as a department to continue to invest in school of specialization. Look, we are quite happy. 99.4%. There's only one learner who didn't make it here. And we are very proud as a department.
Talk to us about the kind of education that they offer here. It's an engineering school of specialization. What exactly, is the work and this kind of support that government would have to put into a school like this?
No, this is skill-oriented school. Learners from here, the principal will tell you later that some of them, they didn't come today to collect their statements because they are employed already. We partner with the private sector. They come to these schools and get the skills that they want, and they are not coming for labor, just to add into their human capital. They are taught about robotics welding, which is quite key. we know that we are moving into the robotics, and that's a space that we are moving in, and they're now identified from the school level. They are now in the corporate world. It's up to them whether they want to further studies in that field while they are employed. There's flexibility there. So we are saying one of the days where all of us must want to go to a university, for instance. Look at the bachelor passes that we produce as Gauteng, 43%. All Gauteng kids can be in our universities, all of them. So it's a headache for the higher education. So we want them to focus on other things, and that's why we have introduced school of specialization. Let them specialize in different fields. It's not only in engineering, but engineering in different fields, because automobile, civil, and you also move to ICT, maths, physics. You also move into maritime, nuclear, different fields where we think that in energy as well. We launched a school of energy in Ekangala. So you want to drift in all those fields so that learners are empowered. They don't see they start to experiment at the workspace. They do experiment here at this level. If you go through this school, there's so many things that are being done here, and learners are being taught how to drive here. The simulation, and because some of them they are from poor backgrounds, when they live here, they know how to drive, and it's a project that the school will then undertake.
And lastly, we've run out of time. A school like this obviously would face a lot of influx in terms of applications. Is that the case, given, of course, the exceptional work that they've been doing?
Yes, they've received over 1,000 applications, and they could take less than 200 learners. So it's an indication, to a certain extent, probably they will take 300, but you are assessed. It's not everyone that will qualify to be at the school. You need to be assessed, and if you really make it, then you will be accepted.
All right, Steve Mabona, Gauteng Education spokesperson, they're clearly talking to us about this massive achievement of this township school. Certainly one of the best performing in this particular area. In the next hour, we'll be talking to the school's principal, who'll be giving us the intricate details in terms of how exactly they did this.
Linda Mnisi, thank you very much. Live for us in Katlehong, and that conversation continues. Schools of specialization. Right, let's touch base with Refiloe Seboko. She is in the capital of the Northwest, Mahikeng. Refiloe, good morning to you. And that province achieving above the 70% pass rate, it is something that is also being celebrated there. How's the feeling?
Good morning, Koli. Of course, something that is being celebrated not only by the Department of Education in the Northwest, but also parents together with learners, like you rightfully said, learners, matriculants having challenges that involves COVID-19, load shedding, but also you'll understand that in the province, protest as well continues to be some of those challenges. However, we see some of the top achievers here, as MEC of Education in the Northwest Province, Viola Mutsumi, is expected to announce provincial results. I'm joined by one of the top achievers, this guy from Maruapula Secondary in Nyetse in Ziras. You'll understand that just recently, Koli, there were protests there. He has achieved 7 distinctions. Onkabete, thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Congratulations. How did you do it? How do you feel?
Well, first and foremost, I feel proud and I feel validated. I feel like God has given me this gift, and now I can finally showcase it to the rest of the province. Yeah. And
with the challenges I just highlighted to our viewers, that Ziras we saw the protest, that area of Nyetse having challenges of service delivery as a whole, issues of COVID. You are the class of 2020, the grade 10 in 2020, COVID, load shedding, and all the protest challenges that you have faced. How did you overcome all those?
At our school, we're a very small school, so it's easier. I think it's easier for us to stick together. So we couldn't have done it if we hadn't stick together and became one unit. Yeah, and the teachers always pushed us to work hard, even though there were tough times. Nyetse is struggling a lot with service delivery, with access to resources. So coming from a school as disadvantaged as Maruapula and achieving these types of results is outstanding. Yeah.
Plans for the year? What are you planning to do from here?
I am planning to do informatics and information systems at the University of Pretoria. But now I'm a little bit confused because there's this course at UJ, mathematical statistics. I also want to do it. So it's interesting to see how things will turn out, but I love both of these courses, yeah.
Allow me, Koli, to also welcome Me Monediwa. As Mama, it must be a very proud moment for you as a mother. Ikutlwa yang maitso, ikutlwa yang ngwana wa atlegile o khonne majua mantle thata.
Ke a leboga ke leboga ka pelo ya me yotlhe ka sefela sa bone. I'm very proud to my child. Work hard, my child. I'm very proud. Ke a le leboga le lona.
Le mo tshegetsa yang mo tseleng ya gago?
Ne re mo tshegetsa ke mo ruta go bala ke re ngwana ka o ne le kunutu le morena o bale o tlogele go tsamaya mo strateng.
Thank you so much. That is Onkabetse and her mother. I would have loved to also welcome spokesperson of the Department of Education and Tate Malindi here, but it's a proud moment. We are seeing some of the top achievers, and the province is expected, the MEC rather, Viola Mutsumi, will be giving us a sense of, districts. We understand that Bujanala continues to be at the top, followed by Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, Ngakamudiri Muleme as well, but we'll wait for the MEC to tell us how the class of 2022 in the Northwest Province, that provincial results, how does it look like?
Refiloe Seboko, live for us in the Northwest Province. And as they're saying, we leave the best for last. Karinda Jagmohan in KwaZulu-Natal, that province, the shining star of the class of 2022, they have contributed significantly, we were told by the minister, to the bachelor pass that this country has achieved. It's apparently the best that the country has ever achieved. How in the world did the pupils in KZN achieve this despite the many issues that have come from that province in 2022?
Well, Oli, indeed, the pupils of KZN, especially the high school pupils, over the past 3 years have gone through a number of challenges. Remember COVID-19 in 2020. Last year, 2021, we had the July unrest last year, the April floods in the midst of load shedding as well. But yet KZN pupils are, like you said, the shining stars. And I'm with one of those shining stars, Studuzo Mabaso. She's from Msinga, which is the northernmost part of the province. Well done, Studuzo. Tell us about your achievements in the matric.
Thank you for the opportunity. So with me, I think it was mostly about hard work and my teachers actually putting in the efforts. My teachers always used to come in at 5 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night, and they really even pushed in an effort for all of us and made sure that we all got the best marks we could get. So I'd say the people who made me come where I am today are firstly my teachers and then obviously my parents.
We spoke to your mom earlier. She's a bit camera shy, but there she is now. She grew Studuzo the age of 2 years old, I believe. You lost your father. 2 months, you lost your father. So you have been a single parent, putting your child through this, and it's emotional time. Maybe I can ask you, at this point, how does it feel to see Studuzo on the stage?
I'm speechless. I can't even talk right now. But my daughter did so well. I'm so proud of her. She made the country so proud. I'm so thankful to the community of Umsinga, the whole of Umsinga, Mfundweni, Rakis Drift, where my daughter was schooling. I'm so happy.
Studuzo, you went through a number of issues over the past 3 years. I was thinking about load shedding, July unrest, the floods. How did this impact your work?
It really did impact us because during COVID we weren't even operating at school. But after that, the teachers really tried to put in an effort that we don't actually slack behind other schools since we've been disadvantaged compared to other schools. But they really even put in the effort. Even with load shedding, they bought several lights that they can actually put in the classrooms so we can actually study until 10 o'clock if we want to.
Now, going forward, you want to study medicine. Tell me about the specialty, and I believe you want to go up to Cape Town.
Yes, I do want to go to Cape Town. I want to specialize in hemophilia,
blood samples you were speaking about.
Hematology.
Yes,
I'm going to specialize in hematology and some dance, so I can actually focus on more on the blood-related diseases, because I still think there's a huge improvement that can be made in that area.
Lastly, what is your advice for students who come from schools like yours in northern KZN that are struggling for a number of reasons that might be different to the city?
I would say, first of all, just make sure you cling to your teacher, because all the resources and all the help that you can get is from your teacher. And make sure that there isn't a single topic or a part of a topic that you don't know, because once you miss a single part, you automatically don't have your distinctions.
Any advice for parents, ma'am?
To the parents, I will only say this, our children, they need our support in education. Let us give them time to study. Let us meet them halfway to reach their yes.
Thank you so much, ladies. Congratulations. Go off and have your celebration. Bye-bye. There you have it, Studuzo Mabaso, all the way from Msinga. That's northern KwaZulu-Natal, far away from the Durban CBD. So you must know that she has challenges that are far beyond what those in the inner cities may experience as well. And she speaks about how even her teachers went the extra mile during times of load shedding, staying late, bringing in additional lights for the pupils to study. And of course, the benefactor is this young girl who's going to go and receive some awards on stage today. And her parent as well saying, well, as parents, as community, we need to be there for the children. This is the time for celebration, so we'll bring you the voices of the young ones as a platform that they deserve.
Karinda Jagmohan, thank you very much. What an absolute achievement.